I think.
Hey, we did it.
We did it.
Hello, FHN community. Hopefully everything's working great. Hopefully my mouth's not just moving and you hear any audio or anything. We are here today starting off FHN all day with a 12-hour podcast. This will be an exciting one. I woke up at 4:30 personally. How about you, Range?
4:15 actually.
Yeah.
I beat you by 15 minutes.
Well, it wasn't a race until you made it into one. And we will be here streaming until 6 p.m. Starting this off here at 6 a.m. Actually, it's 6:08, I think, right now.
Looks like we'll be going to 6:08 p.m. actually.
Yes.
This is a full through and through podcast.
Yeah, shooting for the 12-hour timestamp because that's what really matters here. So today we'll be having a live look at FHN throughout the entire day as I missed class and all of my tests. So that's nice.
Awesome.
Took them yesterday though. We have interviewees, including first one here is Allison Cavato. She is the EIC of the yearbook. She's in charge of that, and she's going to be popping in, showing us what it's like to make a yearbook. We have even Kyle O'Keefe. Mr. O'Keefe, he's a chemistry teacher here. We'll have him for the entirety of fifth hour from 11:34 to 12:26. Yes, clear your time right there. And we have plenty more surprise guests here. This will be a good one. It'll be in for a long haul. And if you are interested in what's going on here at the end of the day, don't want to watch through all 12 hours of this. It's cool because you can visit our Podbean account and quite possibly our Spotify account because I will be posting all of these podcasts there. Should be FHN today. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Snapchat too, also FHN today, for some updates if we have any. Especially on the off chance that we need some questions or have callers call in for today. So you don't want to miss out on any of that. Keep up on FHNallDay's Instagram stories. This will be a good one. How are you feeling this morning, Angelina?
How am I feeling? You know what? I'm gonna be sitting for 12 hours, so I'm feeling something. I'm excited. I'm tired.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
How are you, Tom? How are you?
Well, I'm excited. I think I'm a little less tired of you because I did get that extra 15 minutes of sleep.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because my patience is running thin already in the 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Already tired of me. Well, that's great.
It'll get better from here. It can only go up.
Logically,
one might say.
Right? You'd like to think so.
You would like to think so. All right. Miss Allison Cavato will be coming in here at 6:15. We got 5 minutes. What are you most excited for? What's the word? Preparation you had to do for this?
For the entire podcast? Well, I had to find people for 12 hours worth of coverage. I didn't have 12 hours worth of coverage and then switch it up. No, I had some ideas. I had some people to go to. I had quite a few people volunteer. People want to be a part of it. It's going to be a lot of fun. Scheduling everyone in there in the time slots to where we can get everyone in when it fits their schedule and when it fits our schedule. That was a bit difficult. Knowing just what to talk to some of these people about, because some of these people, very interesting all around. So we have some phenomenal personalities. And the question comes down to just what topics do you want to cover? And one of the big surprises today, I'll go ahead and reveal. I took 400 speed dating questions and filtered through. I have 8 pages worth of speed dating questions right now that we will be asking people throughout the day so that you can get to know your principals, get to know your teachers, and get to know some of your classmates here, also some of the students here at FHN.
That's why you guys should make sure you're keeping up with FHN Today. If you have any other questions that you'd like to ask some teachers, we will definitely take a look
and
at
slide
those.
into those FHN Today Instagram DMs.
Not every day, though.
Just today. Just today. Contact me. I'll be checking those here and there, and I can ask some people questions if you want. Yeah, it'll be good. I just got a vibration, so let's see if no, that wasn't it. It actually was from one of our staffers, Allie Moore, wanted me to bring up that FHN has a TikTok account now, FHN Today. So when I forgot to shout out TikTok. I guess she's already on to me. When I was talking about Snapchat and Instagram and Podbean and Spotify.
All the other ones.
Follow FHN Today on TikTok as well. Just search up FHN Today. You should be finding all of our accounts. We'll try to link those in at the video at the end. Post-production. I don't really have time for that. I only have 12 hours.
Only 12 hours.
Only 12
just
hours.
Small, short hours ahead of us. It could have been 24 hours. It could have been 24 hours. Yeah.
Now, when I brought up the idea of a 12-hour podcast, some people were like, that's a decent idea. So I was like, all right, well, let's make it twice as good of an idea, and let's do it 24 hours. They said, no, Tom, that's stupid.
That's just hurtful.
And that just hurt, all right? So joke's on you. We're turning this into 24. We'll be here all night.
Heck yeah. It'll be a get to know your host. We have no people for after the 12th hour, so we'll just be asking questions back and forth. All right.
Check the time. It's 6:14 now. Allison should be here
any second now.
Any second. Should be a lot of fun. So just go ahead.
For those of you who don't know, Allison Blackwell is a senior. Like Tom said, she is the Yearbook EIC. She's been Yearbook EIC for 2 years, and a few of you might know her.
Yep.
Go on with what you were going to say, Tom.
Oh, so I was going to say just a little bit about the format of this podcast here. So we're not actually recording on the Rodecaster Pro right now. That is our podcasting device, machinery, however you may call it. We are actually only live streaming at the moment. So we're going to be podcasting when we have our guests come in. That's when we're going to be speaking into these mics. For now, we're speaking into a secret mic somewhere on the table. Comment below if you find it. It's a race.
There is no prize. You just get the joy of finding a mic on the table.
The real prize is us because you commented on one of your videos.
And you just get to...
David Hernandez says, if you were a fish, what kind of fish would you be?
Oh, an iconic question.
Thank you, David Hernandez.
I don't know. What kind of fish would you be, Tom?
Now, here's the thing. I'm a big fan of sushi.
Oh, I work at a sushi restaurant. I feel like this goes against everything I work for.
Goes against?
Well, yeah.
By choosing a fish, there's cannibalism and that whole thing.
Yeah, it's like I work for them. It's just...
You don't work for the fish.
Well, if there were no fish, there would be no restaurant. Something to think about.
If there were no fish, you couldn't really make sushi either.
So you're working...
You can always get a job at Freddy's.
Don't get a job at Freddy's. Don't listen to Tom.
What kind of fish would I be? Maybe a swordfish.
Swordfish? I feel like... I don't... Oh, what was that one fish? It was a rainbow fish. That one book, you remember? That they made us read? Book. Yeah, they made us read. I think it was actually called The Rainbow Fish.
That sounds about right.
I would choose the fiction character rainbow fish. I feel like I resemble that most.
Yeah, I'm gonna go swordfish, because it sounds cool and it looks cool too. So we got another comment from Rosetta. If you could be anyone in the world, who would you be? I'd be myself. I'm happy with who I am, and I'm big chilling with it.
Not so much on my part. I am gonna go Will Smith or probably just Will Smith. I'd be happy being Will Smith. Think he should be king of the world. I would be fine with being him. Yeah.
It's a good question.
That is a very good question. Yeah.
Now, if I were to meet anyone, on the other hand, I'd probably go Yadier Molina. Like, if I could just sit down and have dinner with someone. Just because, first of all, Yadier Molina, obviously a huge hero in a lot of people's books here in St. Louis and the Dominican Republic as well. He's helping people all over. So I definitely want to talk to him. Like, he's one heck of a guy there.
Wasn't he he's the baseball guy?
Yes, he is the baseball guy.
Baseball guy.
Got that one right there.
He's
the baseball guy.
I think I met him. I think I have a picture with him where I was standing right next to him. I didn't know it was him.
Did you have dinner with him?
I did not. I did not get the pleasure. Sorry, I didn't get to one up you there. But I do think I met him. It was at a basketball game that he does.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Now I'm jealous.
He's going to leave. It's going to be Angelina Blackwell's 12-hour podcast.
All right.
All right.
Oh, and for the record, I am Tom Jameson. This is...
I am Angelina Blackwell. I am helping out Tom today.
My co-host here.
All right.
So we can just talk bad about the person when they're late, right?
I think that...
we just have the interview without him here.
We can ask these questions.
No, I told Allison to show up between 6:15 and 6:20, so...
Oh, well, she's
not technically late.
She has 1 minute before we cancel her from the
She has 1 more minute.
Is there another? I can't read that.
There's another one. Yeah.
There is.
It's hard to read. What is your favorite staff at FHN? You mean like publication staff?
No. Any other staff.
I think she's thinking publication staff. I don't know.
Could be just like...
If it's publication staff, my favorite, hands down, has to go to video because I'm in video. She said publications.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she clarified. I was gonna say the English department or something like that.
The publications department is my favorite staff at FHN, and in the publications department, my favorite staff, like I said. Sorry, everyone else. I love everyone equally, but I love video just a little bit more because that's the one I'm in. I think I have to say that. I mean,
you do. Okay. I'm a bit controversial. I was on Yearbook for a while. Mm-hmm. Yearbook was a great staff, so I'm gonna have to go half and half. I love Yearbook. I love video. I'm also on the video staff, for those of you who were wondering. And it looks like our first guest is here. Hello.
Oh, you've been here?
Oh, yeah.
So keep in mind, yeah, you can sit there.
You can sit anywhere you'd like.
Yep, all two of them.
Do I put on your headphones?
Sure.
Okay.
Whatever makes you feel more at home.
Keep in mind, so this is live streamable.
Yeah, I was watching
right
it in there.
You're watching
it's on all the TVs.
Oh, dear
late because
Lord.
it was so fascinating to watch. I am quite flattered, I must say. You might want to get that adjusted.
What? Like this?
So I'm gonna have you scoot a little bit closer to the table.
Okay.
Are you nervous, Allison?
A little bit.
You're nervous.
Just a little bit.
Don't worry, you know us.
I heard you guys talking about fish.
Yes.
Someone asked what fish we could be.
People are already commenting.
Well,
Yeah.
David Hernandez asked that question.
What fish would you be, Allison?
I am terrified of fish. Fun fact. So none.
She would be none of the above.
Yeah.
She'd be a shark.
Okay.
What do you think a shark is?
It's a mammal.
All right. Moving on to the interview part of this.
Okay.
All right. So
Keep in mind, we have to start recording the podcast, Ange.
yes. See, I am not the podcast master. That is not my job.
All right. So keep in mind, we are going to have you speak up quite a bit here, Allison.
Okay.
Just so the audio is picking up right here on that mic and on your mic right in front of you. So I am actually going to be turning those mics down just a wee little bit. So let's start our first podcast here. Good to record.
3, 2,
Great.
1.
Wait.
What? Oh.
I'm actually going to restart that one. I turned the volume like all the way up on the
I
theme
love
song
it.
on accident. I forgot about
I
it.
love it.
What? That's.
Okay. Hello, FHN and FHN Today viewers. This is our first podcast for FHN All Day, a 12-hour live stream hosted by Tom Jameson. And
Angelina Blackwell.
so our first guest of today is going to be,
Allison Cavato.
there you go, Allison Cavato. She's the EIC of Yearbook, editor-in-chief, which means she runs things on the yearbook side. She makes sure that yearbook is getting out and that it's looking good. So now, Allison, I just want to know, when did you start journalism and why?
I started journalism my freshman year. I actually did not sign up for the class. And then my dad knew Manful, so he was like, you should really take this class. Like, well, I was like, no. And then I took it. And I took journalism and PhotoJ my freshman year. And I really liked it.
Why did you not want to take journalism? Is there a reason for that? Or
Yeah,
did you
the
get
way
fired?
it sounds, when you're a 12-year-old going, not 12, like whatever, 14, however old I was, going into high school, you're like, yeah, no, not going to do it. But then I did, and it was super fun. So
Well, that's good. We're happy you made that decision.
thank you. Me
What a
too.
heartwarming story.
Yeah.
My dad made me join journalism.
If you're looking for the honest answer.
Well, that's what we're looking for in journalism.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So why did you choose yearbook in particular with journalism?
Could have chosen video or anything like that.
There with you guys.
Yeah.
I actually didn't even know what I wanted to do. Keel came up to me one day after my journalism class, and she was like, join yearbook. And Manful was like, join newspaper. And I was like, I did not know what to do. So one day I actually came and observed both hours, and I just kind of watched what they did the whole time, and that was really helpful. And then I decided yearbook. It just looked like more of a spot for me, and I felt that I'd have more interest in it, and I felt more at home there, even though I wasn't even in yearbook yet. So it was just a really cool feeling, and I just kind of knew. Yeah.
So then did you start that your sophomore year?
I started my sophomore year. Yeah.
All right. So when did you become an editor, and then when did you become an EIC?
So I actually was not an editor before I was EIC. I became EIC last year, my junior year. I applied to be an ed, and so my junior year.
Gotcha. So how many people do you have working on your yearbook staff right now?
24
people.
staffers, which is big. It's a big staff, and I really enjoy it. A lot of newbies is what we call them, so it's really cool. Because last year we did have a lot of oldies coming back, so this year it's a brand new staff, so it's really cool that we have all these new people to learn.
So with the new people, are you expecting some new ideas, new styles in the yearbook from them? Yeah,
100%. They actually have really, really cool ideas. It's cool to just let them talk and to just hear what's coming, because sometimes their ideas are seriously, you're like, I never even thought of that, and that's a super cool idea. So hearing them just be creative and think of new ideas and think of new ways to cover things, it's really cool, because I've never done it before, so I don't know what's normal. So
yeah, for sure. So in your attempt here to kind of grouping together all of their great ideas, you do so with a yearbook theme, correct?
Correct.
What is this year's yearbook theme? Can you let us know?
Yeah, first I'll just sort of say what a theme is. If people don't know, the theme is like what the book is called overall. So like last year, if you were here, Strength in Numbers was the theme. The theme gets decided right in the beginning of summer because you have to start the book. This year's theme is Finally. The way this came about was we were just sort of thinking one day and really wanted to highlight individual goals and how, like, for some people, like, goals are different for everybody. So for some, it might be like, I just want to get an A, first A on a math test. And then for a second person, it's like, I want to get accepted in my dream college. So, like, focusing on things like that, but also focusing large groups. So, like, a really cool thing that happened was, like, the football team winning that game. So, like, they finally won after a year. So, just things like that.
Well, that's great.
Very cool.
So, we don't want you to spoil every single part of the yearbook there, because people are going to have to buy it.
Right.
Right. What is the cost? How do you buy the yearbook here?
You can buy the yearbook you can do it 2 ways, online, or you can pick up an order form. Order forms are sitting right outside of Keel's room, or they're in the pub room, or you can just ask any publication or yearbook kid. We can all help you out. $55 right now, and then they will go up, I think it's tomorrow, right before fall break. So get them while you can. Then they increase by like 55, 60, 65, and then at registration, like at this coming year's registration, it would be $80. So get them while they're
So for those wondering, why buy the yearbook?
Why? I think it's more of a question like, why would you not buy your yearbook? I've never understood kids who don't buy. I still look back on my middle school yearbooks and my elementary school yearbooks. We do our best to cover every single person. Every person is in there. And you'll always be able to look back and see like things that were popular that year, things kids were talking about, who was in your classes. Like,
So it's a keepsake, right?
It is a keepsake.
For sure.
You'll never throw it away.
Yeah,
Sadly, I bought none.
Well, that is
Angela.
disappointing.
I know. I should leave the room. I feel ashamed being here with you. All right.
Yeah.
So, moving on from all the seriousness of a yearbook, we're going to do some questions.
Okay.
We want the viewers to know Allison Blackwell.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so this is something we're going to be doing with most guests we have on here today. We're going to be doing a little bit of get to know Allison Cavato with some speed dating questions.
Okay.
I took 400 speed dating questions. I filtered through all of them, cut it from 28 to 8 pages.
So it's very short, very short. We don't have that many anymore.
Yeah. Some of them were a bit too much.
I would imagine.
We don't want to get too personal. We don't want to cry on this podcast. That's not what we're here
No.
for.
All right, Angelina. So what is the first speed dating question?
The first speed dating question for Allison Cavato is, do you have any nicknames?
I do. I have a lot of nicknames. Well, like, I guess the obvious ones are like Allie, Al. My mom calls me Alley Cats. That's something that's like been a thing since I was, as long as I can remember. It's actually really weird. Most people don't know, but my whole family calls me Allie. Like, it's weird when they call me Allison. But everyone at school calls me Allison. So it's like a weird mix of the two. So when my friends are by my family, they're like, why are they calling you Allie? Most of my friends call me Al, but Alley Cats is one that's always stuck.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very sweet.
So next speed dating question. Outside of yearbook and publications, what do you do in your free time? It's a trick question.
I go to Orange Theory.
Orange Theory. This
Orange
is a
Theory.
promotion.
That's actually a true
It's
answer.
a restaurant.
I do go to
What is Orange Theory?
Orange Theory. I go to the one located on Street to St. Charles. It's a workout gym, and their classes, each class is different. There's a trainer leading the entire class through a whole thing. It's a high intensive body workout. It kills me on the inside, but I love it. I go like 5 times a week usually.
But it gets you ripped on the outside, right?
Yup.
That's the whole point of working
I
out.
also just like hang out with my friends, try to sleep a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Family.
Just 1 hour per day is what we're going for here.
That's about it.
All right. So next speed dating question. As a senior, you have to feel old. What are some things that make you feel a bit old nowadays?
I guess just like actually being called, like at the pep assembly, I was like, there's no way this is us. Like, I was looking at the freshmen and thinking of like when I was a freshman looking at the seniors, I was like, these people should not be in high school. They are too old for this. I think things like that, getting all the senior privileges, parking in like the front of the parking lot. I don't know. Just like the weird things that keep happening that's smaller. You're like, oh yeah, I'm actually at that.
Yeah, years and years after seeing other grades go through it, you don't it's not the same experience.
No, you're like, haha, look at them. That was suck. And now
Haha,
you're
look at them. That is what we say to the underclassmen.
Yes. We don't actually, don't worry. FHN Publications is not encouraging bullying.
Never.
Gotta throw a
Not
little quick
FHN.
PSA out there.
Not the publications, just the video staff. That's what
Oh.
we're all.
All right. I got another speed dating question for you, Allison.
Okay.
What is your favorite ice cream flavor?
Cookie dough. 100%.
That was
That was
fast.
fast.
Some people have to think
No,
about that.
cookie dough with when they have like chocolate in it too.
So chocolate chip cookie dough?
Yes.
Okay. So then, do you worry about getting diseases from the raw eggs?
No.
You just not think
So
about that?
good. I can't even think about that. Do you?
No.
Tom, you asked the question. I feel like there's underlying meaning.
He's
Yeah.
eating. I'm gonna die. Eating these.
He's just really examining it before he
Yeah.
takes a
Yeah.
scan.
Gotta check it for salmonella, right?
All right. This is one of my favorite questions.
Okay.
Do you believe in the paranormal?
Oh my.
I would love to know.
I feel like I'm gonna get and like haunted either way. No, I don't. I don't think I really ever have. I think because I psych myself out, I'm like, no way. I don't know. What are your opinions on it?
Next question.
So,
So,
I don't want to make this podcast political. I don't think.
What?
I don't think I can do
So,
that.
Allison, we're moving on here.
Okay.
What is your favorite time of the day? Are you a morning person? Are you an afternoon person? Specifically, what is your favorite time?
I'm definitely not enough. I hate the time from like 3 to 4 p.m. I hate that time with all my heart. I definitely think I'm more of a morning person. I used to be more of a night person, but now I think I get way more things done in the morning. Like right when you wake up, you're getting ready, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Such a good time.
Mhm.
I hate the afternoon.
Is there a specific reason? Do you have a story?
Yes, you get so tired and so hungry. And like if it's like a Saturday and it's like 3, it's too late to do something for the morning, but it's too early to do something for the night. I hate it.
Okay.
Yeah, but if it's in the morning, like I woke up at 4:30 this morning, it was just too early to like do anything.
But now you're happy.
You can't tell me I'm happy.
Okay.
I'm tired, Allison. No, I'm having a blast here. Next question.
Okay.
If someone had spinach between their teeth, would you tell them?
Yeah, I always tell people because it's my biggest, like, I always, after every meal, I look at like, the person next to me, I'm like, do I have food in my teeth? Like, I cannot stand it. It's one of my biggest, I don't know if it's like a pet peeve. It's just something that I really
Your biggest concern, like, what
dislike.
you're worried about there.
Yep, I always tell
Yeah.
them. Not to be mean, just to help a pal out, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people take
Some people
offense
don't
to
like it, yeah. But I don't know why you wouldn't like that because the next person you talk to, you're just going to be embarrassed, you know?
Do you get people often that get mad at you?
Yes. My family.
All right. So I've had a conversation with you before about stop signs. So my question right now, do you break traffic rules if you do not see a cop around? No cop, no
Is this
stop.
legal? I try to follow traffic rules as much as possible. Funny story, actually. The other day, I was driving in the subdivision, and there was a stop sign, and my dad, he owns a lawn service, and I did not see his truck around. And I was driving, and I stopped at the stop sign, but he sent me a photo of the stop sign and said, I just saw you roll through the stop sign. It was the creepiest thing ever.
That's a good story.
You gotta count to 3 when you stop, Allison. You gotta-
Yeah, and look all the ways.
all of the way, every single way possible.
Yes.
So, let's see. If you could be any superhero, which one would you be? Not what power would you have? Which superhero in particular
Very
would you
specific.
be?
Okay, I'm not really into superheroes, so this is kind of a hard
Do you
question.
know any superheroes?
I'm not the biggest superhero fan.
You're
Don't ask
telling
me
me
what
you
power.
cannot name a superhero, Allison?
Yeah, Superman. The Hulk. Is he a superhero?
You're doing great, Allison.
He's Marvel.
We're
I
so
know
proud
that.
of you.
All right.
Moving on.
So
Next question.
instead of superhero, what fictional character would you be?
You're asking me this?
Yes.
I don't read either.
Well, not fiction. It doesn't have to be a book. It can be a TV show, movie, any entertainment form.
I'd probably be Victoria Justice when she was in Victorious.
That's a good answer. That's a really good answer.
Yes.
Is there a
as
reason?
A young child, I spent a lot of time watching.
Me too.
What's the show?
Victorious.
Victorious.
So
Victorious.
good.
I strive to be her. She looked like she was living her best life.
I have
She-
no idea what Victorious is.
Okay, well,
I-
Go ahead and watch it when you get home from this 12-hour podcast.
What's your favorite song from Victorious?
Take a hand.
That's a fantastic song for those of you who don't know.
Okay.
All
Gotta
right,
give the camera a thumbs up there.
moving on. What is something that you would like to know about your host? Anything.
What are you gonna do when you have to take like a little lunch break today?
We're not. Really, really not.
No,
Okay,
I mean,
so-
if you're asking like how we're gonna eat,
Uh-huh.
right? So I thought about this one last night. Now, last night I was at school till like 8 doing the live stream. Now, keep in mind, FHN does, by the way, going off topic here on a little tangent, FHN does live stream a lot of the Francis Howell North sporting events here.
Mhm.
You can always tune in, check it out, see if we have one. Check out our socials too. We might be tweeting it out and such. So I was helping with the live stream. I was broadcasting last night for the girls varsity volleyball game. So I was here until like 7 or 8 o'clock. So I just stayed after school and worked on this and had a great time. And I went to Little Caesars and I got a pizza. And now there's a pizza in the fridge that says Tom on it.
All these pub kids are gonna go scavenging after this pizza now.
It says Tom's Pizza for FHN all day. Please do not eat or I will go hungry for 12 hours.
See, I wasn't so clever. I just said black coffee.
We'll
That
see where
sounds
we
like
go.
a good meal. That sounds like it'll last me 12 hours.
Yeah.
We can share some pizza, Angelina.
Oh, that's sweet.
You get
Look
one
at these
slice
hosts
at most,
bonding.
though.
I get one bite.
One bite. You
Hope
can
you're not
have the
hungry.
crust.
Maybe.
Hope you're not hungry.
All right.
What was your question again, Allison?
Oh.
No,
Did I answer the question? I
No.
forget what it was.
if you could hang out with 3 people all day to go to Six Flags with,
Oh.
dead or alive, who would they be?
Why
Are
would
we-
I go
Are we
to
dead or alive?
No,
Or
like
are
the
they-
people.
Why
if
would
you
I-
wanted to go?
go to Six Flags with a dead person?
No,
Allison?
like
that is horrible.
Are they a zombie?
they
No.
were. Okay, you know what I'm asking. Who is it?
I'm gonna have. Well, I don't know. I feel like I'd have to pick someone who I think would be fun. Earlier, I said if I could be anyone, I'd be Will Smith.
So I guess I heard that.
Will.
Yeah.
Will Smith, I guess, would be a given. Probably. Jack Black. I feel like he'd be a good time at an amusement park. I don't know. Oh, Karate Kid. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Thomas?
Oh. I'm gonna go with you guys. You guys are. I'm gonna
Oh.
go. I don't know. I actually have
You stumbled
no
upon
idea.
my question.
I'm stumbled. That's been the hardest question I've gotten so far today.
It is 6:41.
41
It's
minutes in.
6:41. I feel like it's so hard because of how tired I am. I really don't know. I mean, as I was talking about earlier, I would Yadier Molina would have to be one of those for me. He's a guy that I've always looked up to. Phenomenal personality, great guy all around. I think he does a lot of great stuff for the community, so I think it'd be cool to hang out with him. I'd probably just go with like all baseball players. Maybe I'd throw Chris Carpenter in there, Adam Wainwright.
Cool.
That'd be a good one.
Very nice.
I'm a big baseball fan.
Speaking of those Cardinals. Okay.
Speaking of those Cardinals, Allison.
So, as of today, October 10th, Cardinals last night won 13-1
Yeah, I was in my Orange Theory class and they were updating us along the way.
I was in the pub room live streaming the game. Like I was live streaming the Cardinal game before I went down to live stream the volleyball game. And I was very excited. I was the only person in there, so no one heard my screams. But I got pumped up. It was a good game.
Big year for St. Louis, hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Any big predictions from Allison Cavato here?
No, because I don't want to say anything and then jinx anything.
You could knock on wood.
You
That's
know,
a popular.
Yeah.
Is this even real?
This is genuine wood, Allison. We built it ourselves.
Yeah.
The table.
Yes, it was this morning. This wasn't here. None of this was
We
here.
built the table this morning, Allison.
All right.
So,
Wow.
Allison, that is
Yes.
all the time we have for today in this first interview here. Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank
I
you
hope
for having me.
our guests learned a little bit about Allison Cavato that they didn't know. And please look forward to the yearbook, which the yearbook theme
Buy
is.
your yearbook, finally.
Finally, the yearbook theme is finally. Make sure to pick that up. Any questions about purchasing your yearbook, hop on down to the pub room, room 105, or Keel's room. What's Keel's room?
131.
131.
Or you can just find me.
Or just
If
find
you see
Allison
her in the
Cavato.
hall, stop her, take a selfie
Just
with
keep
her.
a lookout. Yeah.
Post it on Twitter.
Allison Cavato, a celebrity, everyone. Thank you so much
Thank you
for
for having me.
tuning in for this first podcast here today. Please stay tuned for podcasts throughout the day here with FHN All Day. See you next time.
Thank you
Nice.
so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Did you have a good time?
I did. That was fun.
Tell our viewers your experience.
My experience here at 6:45 was lovely. I'm actually here every day at this time, so they said I was late. I wasn't. I was waiting. I didn't know if I was going to get called in or what.
Yes. There was a bit of confusion. I see.
There was, but I
Yes.
made it.
You made it. That's all that
So it's all
matters.
Okay, guys. Well,
All
we're
right.
going to go to the fun morning now.
The fun morning. If
Yeah.
you're on publications, make sure you are at the fun morning right now. It's
They're having a
14
fun
minutes.
morning. But in the studio here,
Oh.
we are having a more fun morning. Is that
That
There's
is
Sophie.
one.
Is
this your next
Sophie
guest?
Treats.
pancakes.
Ah, we are having our order taken. Hello.
Sure, we will take pancakes.
I'll take some pancakes.
Do you want syrup or whipped cream?
I will accept plain pancakes, and we will review them on the live stream, please.
This is gonna be-
I will actually take all the separate ingredients. I'll have butter, sugar, flour separate, please.
Oh, you.
I'm just kidding. I would like some syrup on my pancakes.
I can make it happen.
Thank you.
I'm all done. My segment's over.
Is
They're
Gracie
kicking me
over
out.
there for her interview?
Is Grace here
I'll
yet?
send her down.
Send
Great.
it down.
Am I all done?
You're all
You
done.
are
me
all
out.
done, Allison.
Okay.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
for joining
Thank you
us.
for coming.
Thank
We
you for having
appreciate
me.
you.
I had fun. Good luck. Don't starve. Eat some pizza.
Thank you,
That's
Allison.
some
Bye,
good
friends.
advice.
You too.
Thank you.
Eat some pizza, just not mine.
Well,
Ugh.
I think that one went well.
So far, so good. Hi, Jenna.
Jenna Pay, Chief Jenna Pay just walked in.
Yeah. I
She's
wonder if
gone.
we'll have Jenna Pay on the stream later today.
Oh.
The answer is yes, we will.
That's no secret. Jenna
Not
Pay.
no longer a secret.
She runs this school. We have to have her on the podcast.
Yes, that is for sure.
Wow. How's your coffee, Tom? I forgot to ask.
My coffee's great. It's not really hot anymore. Just kind of sad.
Yeah.
How's your coffee, Angelina?
Fantastic. I got cold coffee, so at no point was it hot. So
Yeah,
it's going well for me. It's going well.
I did get it in a styrofoam cup, so that's gonna keep it a little bit warmer throughout the day. I feel like. As I was telling Ange coming in today, my plan, all right, is when the coffee gets cold, I'm just gonna put ice in it, and then it's iced coffee, right? Like after it's been sitting out for a while, then I just put some ice in there. We got some in the
Just-
pub fridge, no freezer.
Just what makes sense.
I also have water. I should probably drink some water.
I probably should
Also
have
get
brought water.
Dehydrated all day.
I would have been. I just decided I'd be dehydrated and starved all day. I thought that would be the best way to go.
You did come prepared with your coffee, though.
I did.
Most important meal of the day.
I didn't think I would need anything else. All right. Our next guest is going to be one Gracie Bowman. She will be coming in no time. She is the newspaper EIC, for those of you who don't know.
Yes, she helps. She's in charge of putting the newspapers out.
Oh, and this is
There
her
she
right
is.
now.
Good morning.
We'll have her
Good
tell you guys
morning. It's
herself.
lovely to see you.
Here do I sit down?
Anywhere you'd like.
And
I'll
two
get
of
up if
those
you wanna
seats
sit
are
here.
options.
Great.
All right.
Good morning, guys.
She's
Good
just
morning.
ready
You
to
look
go.
excited. She's excited to be on the podcast.
Yeah, I am.
That's what we like to see.
So just a quick little rundown so you understand. So this mic's going to be feeding to the live stream here. These mics are going to be feeding to the podcast that we're going to be recording here in just a second. So I'm going to ask you, stay kind of close to this mic, but speak up a little bit so it's audio's cut on that mic too. Sounds good?
Yep.
All right.
Dope.
Oh, we already have the
The
pancakes.
door's
This was
opened.
fast.
This is impressive service.
All right. Oh, and they even
And a
put chocolate
fork.
chips. And a fork. Wow.
Thank you guys.
Very sweet.
So I'm going to keep my pancakes off to the side here. I will be
I as
reviewing those.
That will be our next segment.
Our next segment, 'cause we do have 20 minutes between Gracie and our next person here to start the day.
So we got some time.
So we'll have some pancake reviews. Unless you want to be late to first hour here, Gracie, and you can enjoy us. Or enjoy
today,
us.
first hour.
You might be able to be a part of our pancake interview then.
You won't get
So-
to try them. You'll just get to watch.
You'll
them
get to
see
watch.
the pancakes.
You just comment on how you think the pancakes look. So we're going to start this one off here. You ready, Gracie?
Yep.
Excited?
Mm-hmm.
Great. Where's the record? There's the record button. What am I doing? Boop. Hello, FHNallDay viewers, listeners, I should say, of the podcast. We have a 12-hour podcast going on today. This is our second interviewee today.
Gracie Bowman.
Great. Gracie Bowman is the EIC for newspaper. She's in charge of making sure our newspaper gets out on time with some high-quality stories. And we'll be seeing what it's like to be the newspaper EIC today. So, keeping in mind with the newspaper in general, have you noticed a decline in like big newspapers like the Post-Dispatch and like professional newspapers like being purchased, being read?
I can't say I recognized a decline.
Yeah.
I mean, I know my dad likes to buy a newspaper every time I go to the grocery store from that little yellow like bin. I think he does it in support of me, but I like to think it's in support of the printing in general. I can't say personally I recognized it, but maybe others have.
Yeah, because I haven't personally, like, it didn't seem apparent to me like, oh, you see less newspapers around, but we've actually experienced quite the drop. Even from just 2018, I was looking up some stats last night. Can't remember any off the top of my head, actually. Somewhere around a 10% drop, I believe, in newspaper sales. So why would you think that is?
The internet. All the news, people just Google it now when they want to know something. It's on TV, it's on their phones. It's easier than opening up a paper newspaper. It's easier than waiting for it to get to your door every day. It doesn't surprise me at all that there was a decline.
Do you like social media as a source for news, or do you personally prefer the newspaper?
I think I'm biased, but I personally prefer a newspaper. I've always liked opening up, even with books rather than ebooks. I've always preferred opening up a paperback book and reading it. And I don't know why, but I always, with the internet anymore, with me, I feel like, I can never trust it. But when I just feel like if I have it in my hands and it's paper, that I can.
Mm-hmm.
I gotcha. So, do you see an all like digital media shift in the near future? Like no more newspapers; they're just all online. Do you think that will happen soon or ever happen at all?
It's definitely something I'm concerned about. Whenever I talk about college, I talk about me wanting to be in print newspaper, as I get older. But I always, think that may not be a possibility in my future just because it might just all shift onto online websites and everything might just shift there. But I can definitely see it happening.
Yeah, so I know you said you personally prefer reading the hard copy newspaper. I'd have to agree with you right there. I think it is retained better when you're reading a hard copy, just like if you read a hard copy of a book versus a book online. But what makes the hard copy of the newspaper so unique, and how is it like different really from the online articles?
That's a loaded question.
Take your time.
I just feel like the printed newspaper is just original, and it's been out for years, and it's something that we could always trust years ago, and I just still feel like it's something we can always trust now. And like I said earlier, online, you never know these days. You never know who's writing it. You never know what their motive is behind it. But I just feel like it's always been there, and I just feel like it's always accurate.
Yeah, pretty much anybody can put stuff online. Not everyone can print their own newspaper.
Exactly.
That takes a little bit more effort there.
I mean, as someone who uses social media more than I read a newspaper, I do like the comic book section. I like Sudoku, I do, but I do see like social media as definitely a positive. So I think like if there's people like you still like working to get a newspaper out like in the future, farther into the future, like as a career, then I think they can kind of live in harmony. I think they can both go side by side.
Right. I guess it just depends who's working to print a newspaper and who's working to do it online. And my thing is, though, if we are still printing newspapers, who's going to buy them? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is very true.
Do you view like newspaper making like as an art form kind of? Do you see that?
It's definitely a lot of hard work. I know designing it could be an art form when you see like those infographics on those pages and those comics in there. People take a lot of time and a lot of hard work to those. So I definitely see it as a form of art, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So getting into, I mean, you're the newspaper EIC, correct?
Mm-hmm.
When did you start in journalism?
Oh, 6th grade. I was on the Barnwell Paw Print. It was just a website, and I did an advice column every Monday after school with Miss Peters.
Oh, that's just adorable.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
So when did you choose? So is that when you chose newspaper specifically? Did you ever stray to any other?
No. I was asked if I wanted to join Yearbook in middle school. I did not want to join Yearbook. I wanted to do newspaper.
Is there a reason you didn't want to join Yearbook?
No, I think Yearbook's great. I think what they do is amazing. I could never be under the pressure they're under doing like all those spreads. I wanted to do, I guess, news, and I wanted to see it in a paper.
Yeah, that implies the newspaper.
Uh-huh.
So, when did you first become an editor in publication? Well, when did you first of all join high school publications? When were you an editor, and when were you the EIC?
I joined my sophomore year. I was a staffer. I wasn't able to join my freshman year because I was in Rungan's class, 4th hour, and that was the only class he had. So I had to wait until my sophomore year. My junior year, I was the entertainment and opinions editor. And then my senior year, I am now the editor-in-chief. So it's quite a big jump there.
Yeah.
That's super cool, though. Did you, were you excited? Were you nervous? How did you feel when you got EIC?
I was very excited. I was very nervous, and I still am very excited and very nervous. It is a lot of dedication and hard work, and it's just learning as you go.
Yeah.
So
that was a yawn. That was
it was
not
a yawn.
question.
No, that was definitely a yawn.
I was expecting words.
Like I said, I woke up at 4:30. I'm doing great.
All right. So
do you plan to go on? in the future to pursue a career in journalism, in newspaper and such stuff like that?
Definitely, if it's possible. I would really like to. I don't know if I'm going to get into college and then be like, oh, I want to switch my major.
Mhm.
I don't plan on doing that, but it's always a possibility. But yeah, right now, I intend
So right
to
now,
go
that's
to
the goal.
journalism.
Yeah. Was that the goal in 6th grade when
Oh,
you
yeah.
started?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So you've always wanted to go into newspaper?
Hmm.
That's cool. Did you read the newspaper when you were younger?
I did. I used to sit on my dad's lap at
Wow.
the table, and I would open it, and I would mainly read the comics.
But
I'm
you
still
read
at
the
that
newspaper.
level. I'm still at that level.
Yeah, that's what I do. I just read the comics. The comics.
But that's so sweet. That's very cool. Look at you now.
I know.
You've accomplished all of your hopes and dreams already. So, Gracie, we're going to be doing something that we'll be doing with pretty much everyone that comes on today,
Hmm.
which is getting to know you. And to do so, there's only one way, in our opinion,
Right.
to truly get to know somebody, and that is speed dating.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
She was more calm about it than Allison.
yeah. So we took 400 questions of speed dating.
Oh, okay.
We're going to ask you all of those questions.
All of them.
All of them.
Yes.
In these next
12 minutes.
12 minutes.
Okay.
All right.
So, first one. Do you have any nicknames? Do you prefer Gracie, Grace? What's the
It's-
story here?
Gracie. My mom
Gracie?
calls me Gracie. Yep.
Okay.
No one like shortens it down to grass or anything.
No.
Gra.
Maybe
Gra.
behind my back. I don't know.
Behind your back, we call you Gra Gra.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen.
So, can you lick your elbow?
I can't.
You
I
can?
can't. No.
Have you tried?
Okay.
Is this something that's...
Oh yeah. Who hasn't tried it? If anyone says they haven't tried, they're lying.
don't
I
think can.
cannot lick my elbow.
Nope. It's not
It's-
going to work.
Proven. Do you have any phobias?
I don't remember what it's called, but I don't like the ocean. I don't like not knowing what's underneath me.
Oh, so you're more of a space rather than stuck in space rather than stuck in ocean kind of gal? Or...
No, that sounds terrifying too. Definitely both.
Well, speaking of space, do you think aliens are real?
No.
Why?
Well, okay.
That's bold.
There's, well, yeah, I mean, if you consider them aliens, there's stuff out there. Yeah. But I don't think that's how we picture it with the big head and the big eyes. And
Okay, so
Oh,
you think
okay.
it's a bit cartoonish when
Yeah,
you say
yeah.
alien.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, that's I was about to say get out of the podcast,
No.
but that's okay, we'll keep you.
FHNallDay does not condone bullying.
That's why I'm here.
So,
Alright.
name, is there a popular TV show or movie that you refuse to watch?
Unpopular opinion.
Game of Thrones. I've never
Oh.
watched it. Oh, I've
Yeah.
never watched Stranger Things.
Whoa,
Yeah.
that surprises me.
Yeah.
You haven't seen like one episode,
No.
anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Is there a reason?
I just never got onto it.
Did you read something about it in the paper?
No, I didn't.
Read one bad review. Another.
I said, nope.
Well, next question. Do you have any good jokes? I'd like to hear a joke.
Oh, what is a ghost's favorite food?
What is a ghost's favorite food, Gracie?
Blueberries.
Boo berries.
Ha ha ha.
Uh,
That was great. That was a great joke.
That was awesome.
So now I understand being newspaper EIC, I'm sure that takes up an awful lot of your time,
Mhm.
correct? What do you do outside of publications and school? What are your hobbies?
I work a lot. I work at an escape room, Escapology in St. Peter's. It takes up most of my time when I'm not doing newspaper stuff.
So do you know like the escape course, like the back of your hand?
Oh, yeah.
Is that it? So,
I could say all 5 rooms right now. I could run through them all.
so you know
Do it.
exactly what you have to do. Like you could
Right now.
escape in like 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that means you're prepared often. You have a
Yeah.
good plan for most things.
For most things, no.
No.
But
So
for
you wouldn't
this
be
thing,
prepared
yes.
for possibly a zombie apocalypse? You don't have any?
No, I would not be prepared for that at all.
No.
At all.
But if you're stuck in a
I'd be
room,
terrified.
you're set.
Yeah.
Right? You know how to get out. Got to solve some puzzles.
All right. Next question.
What is one book or newspaper article that has changed your life?
Oh, that is.
Or even like just an inspirational book or something.
Just a quote.
Article. Just a quote.
Just a word.
Single word.
A quote?
Book, movie. At this point, any sort of
Anything.
entertainment.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. How did it change your life?
I think it really resonated with me. That sounds kind of dumb, but I just think his quote at the end, like, life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop once in a while, you might miss it. I think that just really resonated with me because I am one of those people who I don't really calm down and like look to stop and just like, do something for myself once in a while. So I think just that piece of like advice right there is important.
Yeah.
A little bit of self-care. What's your favorite self-care method? What do you do in order to bring yourself back to that stopping place?
I hang out with friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Very sweet.
What's your favorite self-care method, Ange?
My favorite self-care method is watching John Mulaney
Oh my
repeatedly
gosh, yeah.
over and over and over again.
Mhm.
That makes me feel much better most of the time.
No matter how many times you watch it, it's still funny.
I know. He's just always there, always cracking jokes,
Mhm.
always looking like a 14-year-old boy.
And for the record, I'd just like to say that it is now 7:03. We are 1 hour in to the podcast. Only 11 more to go.
Only 11 more. It's so sad. I feel like
Keeping up on the live stream, thank you so much. But if you're listening through these podcasts later, stay tuned. We got some big things coming.
All right. Moving on to more speed dating questions.
Are you a morning or night person?
Definitely a night person.
Specifically, what time of the night is your favorite?
Ooh, like 11 p.m.
Oh.
Why?
I just feel like then it's not too early and it's not too late. Like you're not into like the crazy hours yet, but like it's also not like 9 o'clock when everyone's still awake.
So it's like 11 o'clock on a school night?
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Not too late ever.
Not too late.
Never too late. All right. I already kind of asked that. Do you like karaoke? And if so, what's your favorite karaoke song?
I love karaoke. I have to go with Bohemian Rhapsody.
Ooh.
Oh, can we hear a snippet? Can we hear a little bit?
I'm not a great singer at all.
Well, missed the singing portion of our podcast.
So close. Be sure to tune in. We'll see if we can get somebody to sing today.
Oh, that's exciting. Let's see. Next question.
So, what is one of your favorite memories that you've had growing up?
I have been to a few concerts with my mom. We go to see Rob Thomas. He's a singer we both really liked since I was younger, and I met him with her, and that was a really cool experience to like finally, since I was 2 years old, be a fan of him, and then grow up with his music with my mom, and then finally like meeting him in real life. It's crazy.
So, now that you're a senior, you've experienced all of these amazing things, got those great memories. What is something that makes you feel old?
Definitely younger kids.
How young? Freshman or like toddler?
Like, I guess even like 12-year-olds, if I'm around them for any reason, which I try not to be. I guess I'll try to mention something from my childhood and they have no idea what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that just makes me feel weird.
I've noticed that because a lot of people from the journalism program go down to Barnwell, help them run their the paw print and stuff like that you talked about.
Mm-hmm.
We have a lot of high schoolers volunteering down there, and I'm one of the people that does that. It's a lot of fun, but you do notice it's like how much you've grown. I mean, first of all, I'm like over a foot taller than all of them. But also just like as a person, and you just see like the personalities that the middle schoolers bring. They're always so excited about everything.
Mm-hmm.
They are always rearing and ready to go. But it's so different in the middle school than the high school, and it just does not seem that long ago. That's for sure.
All right, next question. Are you a picky or adventurous eater?
Definitely adventurous.
Adventurous?
I used to be picky when I was younger, but now that I've grown older, I don't care as much.
So if you're adventurous, what is the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Have you eaten much weird?
I haven't. I mean, I guess it would be weird to other people, but I've eaten like raw squid.
Oh,
Yeah.
squid is good though.
Yeah,
honestly.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
So sticking on food here, what would your last meal be?
Oh, I don't know. I'd probably have my mom's pasta and some breadsticks.
I believe I've heard that you're Italian. Yes. So
Yes.
does it feel genuine or is it just regular old pasta?
Oh, it's definitely genuine, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Have you ever been out of the country then?
I haven't
Around
been to
Italy?
Italy, yeah.
Does your family live there or were you just visiting?
We do have some family that lives there. My family owns a restaurant there in Italy.
Oh,
Wow.
that's cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. My great grandpa opened it years ago.
Is it Mexican food?
Yep.
Serving some tacos in Italy.
And like my family sauce and pasta is served there, which is really cool. It was cool to visit there and then like
It's great.
eat that. I mean, I have it on my plate at home, but like it's made there, so yeah.
Mhm.
Super, super cool.
Get the true, authentic Italian experience.
Yeah.
Well, Gracie, it is almost time for first hour here to start, so we're not going to keep you for too much longer. That'll be it for today's for this podcast. My apologies. Too early in the morning.
Get it together.
I'm working on it. So thank you so much, Gracie,
And thanks for having me.
for coming out. Please stay tuned. Continue to listen to these podcasts. We're going to have some great things going on today. See you next time.
Right, thanks, guys. Do you guys need anything?
I think I'm good right now.
Okay.
What
Did
is
you
it?
have a good time?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
You have fun?
Let our viewers know.
Yes.
It was great.
Tell them how much
great.
fun you're having.
So much fun.
All right.
We'll see you
Goodbye,
guys.
Gracie.
Bye, Gracie.
12 hours.
See you on the other
Yes.
side.
Well, 11 hours.
11 hours.
11 hours now.
We are down. We are down a little bit.
1 hour down.
Woo!
11 to go.
Didn't go so badly. I think we're going
I thought that one was going to be pretty hard just because of how tired we are.
But you know what? I'm not tired. I'm going strong. It's going to be fine.
That's the spirit. So, you know what it's time for? It's time for FHN pancake review.
What kind of pancakes did you get again?
I decided to get plain pancakes
They
to
give you
review.
sad pancakes. I got good pancakes.
They did give me sad pancakes.
Do you want one of mine? We can switch.
No,
I
it's
feel
good.
bad.
I want to experience the genuine Francis Howell North Publications pancake.
Oh gosh.
Just
This fork
purely a
isn't-
pancake.
Necessarily the best cutting tool, but it's okay.
So
Got it.
the service was wonderful. They came down. They asked us if we wanted pancakes. We said yes, and they brought us pancakes.
It's very quick, actually.
They brought us forks. We do not have knives, however. Nothing really to cut the pancakes. So service was 9 out of 10.
Brings it down some.
It does, yes.
Sadly.
And also, they're cold, partially because
we waited 20 minutes to eat them.
yeah, but
Oh, I got 3 pancakes actually.
yeah, I got 2
Are
pancakes.
you sure you don't want one?
No, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
I don't know if I can eat all of this. Very sweet of them though. So moving on to the flavor. How are your plain pancakes?
They're pretty fluffy. If I can actually get a nice bite here in,
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's just got it. All right.
I mean, it's definitely a pancake. You know,
Mm.
it's fluffy. It's got a little bit of that char taste. And it looks like we have a guest. Emily, come on in
Zhang.
and
How are
join
you?
us.
I just
How
saw
are
you
you?
guys.
We are mid pancake review.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
It's going well. Say hi to our viewers. The ones.
that's so weird. Oh my gosh.
Emily Zhang is another video staffer. What is your job on the video staff, Emily?
I'm the promotions editor.
And what does the promotions editor do?
Basically just like runs like all social media content and stuff in video.
Would you like some pancake?
I have
Sure.
3 if you want a piece of
Oh my
mine.
gosh.
I have plain pancakes. Now, how would you rate that pancake on
It's
a
like
scale?
cold.
Yes.
We waited a while.
I mean, specifically fluffiness.
I think it's good.
Okay.
Maybe like
It's
a
good.
7.5 out of 10.
7.5 out of 10.
For like just like school pancake.
Would you
know?
like
Yeah.
to try my chocolate chip one?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know. Are you okay? It's gonna take me a sec to cut.
Are you guys today's date? Because you're a 10 out of 10.
And that's the end of the FHNallDay podcast. We will be shutting the studio down from now. Here is a piece of my chocolate chip. I tried to get some syrup on there for you.
nice.
How was the pancake?
It's warmer, so it's good.
Oh,
This
Tom.
is so cold.
They probably gave it to you like that.
I feel like they made yours and then they just took the last 2 pancakes for me. And we're like, here, we'll give Tom these. And then they made yours fresh.
Yeah, I got chocolate chips. I didn't even ask for this.
Oh wow.
I just don't ask for much.
When did you guys get here?
I was here
5:30.
at 5:30.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. A lot of fun.
And then you're staying until
We were the 4th and 5th people here today. Second to Manful and 2 other people that we don't know.
Wait.
Yeah, we're streaming it to the
Yeah,
TV.
Live TV.
You want to come on in, Morgan?
Yeah.
Morgan, another
Congratulations, now
video
you're
staffer.
Yeah.
No, how many guys? Wait, why is Emily on the
Who does?
Yeah, and it was like, we all looked around and they're like, oh my god, she's gone.
Would you like to try? Were you at
What you guys are doing?
FHN Publications Fun Morning
I was.
this morning? So you had pancakes.
I was. We got a lot of house points.
You got a lot of house plants.
Yeah,
That's
we
good.
did.
We did you proud.
That's good. We're so proud. Would you like to try some pancakes in our pancake review?
Yeah, we
Sure.
have a couple here.
I had a
Cut you
few
off.
chocolate chip pancakes myself.
You can try my chocolate chip.
Lewis.
Oh, we have another one joining us today.
Here's a little bit of a pancake.
Can I just grab it?
Yes. Welcome, Lewis.
There is a
Come
second
into the
pancake.
frame.
You know what? Honestly,
Yeah.
it's cold but good.
Lewis, here's a pancake.
I already had plenty.
Are you
You
sure?
don't want to try a pancake for our pancake review?
Come
It's
on.
honestly okay.
Okay.
Is that what you
So now
guys
we're gonna
been
rate
doing
the
for past
pancakes on
hour?
taste.
Not for the past hour, for the past 5 minutes.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I forgot that this was all live, and like anything you say is just.
Yes,
Mhm.
you are currently on the TVs.
I don't have a first hour.
So now that Lewis is here, I would like to have you guys keep in mind, me and Lewis have a podcast and a network show that we'll be doing this year. The podcast,
Yeah.
Oh my god, we have 3
called-
viewers.
It's called Goonie Gab.
it's called the Goonie Gab. You can see that it says 4, actually.
How dare
4
you?
people are watching. Literally
Yeah.
me on my Instagram live when people like 2 people get on. I'm like,
now it's at 1.
No, it's 4.
hi
Oh,
Connor.
God. There's so many surprise visitors today.
So we would like to introduce you guys to the entire publication staff joining us today.
Come on in, man.
Is that Ice Cafe Americano?
It is not. It is plain cold brew.
Wow, you really guessed that.
Wow.
What is that?
Ice
Incredible.
Cafe Americano. Is it the same thing?
No,
Ice Cafe Americano.
cold brews,
try
coffee, and then that is shots of espresso and water.
Espresso.
So
Oh,
what is
really?
everyone, while we have everyone here, All right, we're gonna gain some order real quick.
Okay.
What is everyone's favorite type of coffee? Just going around in the circle.
I don't like
I
coffee.
just
I
like coffee in general.
That's
Okay.
not
Wait,
going
do we
around in
talk
the
into a
circle.
microphone?
This is the microphone.
Hello.
It's gonna be catching it.
Oh, that's the
Iced cafe
Don't tell them.
americano. Can I do ASMR?
Oh, can I?
No,
No.
no, you
No.
cannot do it.
That is
Oh.
not the point of this podcast.
Can I come in here for first hour?
Good luck today.
Still waiting on my invitation, by the way. Hopefully, like.
Are you guys streaming
Just
during
in the mail
first hour? How long are you
Yep,
guys
until
streaming
6
for?
Hey, you want to come in 3 to 4?
It's okay. Did you hear me?
You want to come in for first
Can
hour?
I please?
Yeah, just
Can I come in here for
Sure.
7th hour though?
yeah.
I don't have a 7th hour.
You don't have a first hour or
Okay.
7th
I
hour?
have
Absolutely
to
not.
go to first hour for just to like drop something off and get something signed.
All right.
I have
Sounds
to
good.
re-export my video because I'm pretty sure it didn't export correctly, so I'm gonna go do that.
Just video problems that we have.
No. I can't believe you guys need to play Minecraft. You guys are streaming for 12 hours.
Oh gosh, we have so much lined up. I don't know if we can fit
Who's
much.
bringing you lunch?
This is
Actually, I
my
bought a
lunch.
pizza yesterday, and it's in the fridge. So if you see anybody eating some Little Caesars pizza,
guys are streaming for 12
tell them that they
It's like a
stole
field
my
trip?
pizza.
Did you guys have your teachers all sign the field trip form so you could
No,
stream for 12 hours?
we asked
I'm
them,
sad.
hey, do you care if I don't show up? And they said no.
What is not gonna show up? That's just, even if they said no, I'm just,
Not gonna show up.
this is more important. The FHN all day.
So you're at school, but you're gonna be marked absent for 7th class.
That's fine. That's totally fine.
In the name of journalism.
It's actually so good. You need to interview Connor about his TikTok famous life and how it's affecting him and his personality.
I
Morgan?
mean, when people get famous, they often have.
Do people change when they get
personality
famous?
changes.
Like when you move to LA?
I mean, I've heard.
Like, you know how they're
Stories.
like, she's moved to LA and she's changed?
Well,
Like, have
I
you seen
personally don't live in LA, nor do I know any famous people. So make sure to answer that one in the comment section below.
Who's gonna answer in the comment section?
Somebody probably.
Our viewers.
How many viewers do we got?
5.
Yeah! You know what? I support that.
Thank you. I too support it.
I like that.
So now, David Hernandez, about an hour ago, asked a question that we haven't responded to yet.
Oh,
Based on the current political landscape, how do you think public sentiments regarding avocado toast will change over the years?
Okay. I think that it's a low-key fad. I mean, it's good.
It's a good
It's
fad.
really good.
well,
But I
it's
just
a
feel
good
like
fat because avocado is.
Yes, Morgan the
Good
millennial, everyone. I
feel
have
once
personally-
the disco girl thing dies down,
Yeah.
and the avocado.
I have never had avocado toast.
It's
Neither have I.
it is so good.
But the thing is, it's so simple. I feel like there's so much better food.
I know.
I could.
Hold
eat.
on, we have to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh,
Is there a flag in here?
no. We can.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Brock Smith just looked in here and he just kind of went like,
He's so excited.
Morgan, do you have a first hour?
no,
What is your first hour?
nothing.
What was on your schedule? We would like to know.
Oh, it was chemistry. I'm taking a science class at the community college, so I don't have to take chemistry.
You actually don't have a first hour.
I actually do not have a first.
It's blank. Okay. All right.
So
It says off campus, but really, I just don't do anything. I just don't come here. But
so
I
you
came
just
here for pancakes.
Came for second hour. You
I
just come for second hour.
I just come for second hour.
Gotcha.
And the lady at the gate yesterday, when I was leaving before 7th hour, because I don't have a 7th hour either, she's like, I don't recognize you. And I'm like, I come here every day and I leave before 7th hour. She goes, I think you're just trying to leave the school. And I was like, I am not.
Oh, do we have another comment? I was listening. I just.
Oh, if they start to ask us about.
Tom, your heart is not located there.
I don't get it.
Not located.
I had my hand right here, didn't I?
That's not your heart, though.
That's not your heart.
Is that where you
Where
think
is your heart?
is?
Isn't it here?
It's like right here.
I feel like
It's
it's in
up
like
here.
the left center.
The left
Like
center.
right here. Yeah.
Oh, the okay.
No, it's right here.
Right here.
That's why your lungs shaped like this. I always put it right here, though.
Why?
I don't know. It's just something I do.
Well,
I usually end up
Have
keeping
you ever
it
thought
lower.
about what's gonna happen when video hour comes in here?
I have thought about that, and that's why video hour will not be coming in here.
The entire video hour will indeed come in here.
well,
What are you talking about?
Once they find out that you're doing a 12-hour stream,
They should have known.
Well,
that
they
should've
should know because I talk about it daily,
This was something that we said.
and we have an
yesterday.
interview during 6th hour anyways, so they will not be allowed in.
Who are you interviewing?
Stay tuned to find out.
Take your guesses in the comment section below.
Wait, is it-
Get to know Morgan.
Is it somebody?
Hold on, we have another one.
Oh, no way.
Oh, it's a long one.
I don't know why I'm trying to read it. I can't
Did
see
you
it.
know most Mexican cartel violence revolves around avocados? Thus, term blood guacamole is now used to describe it. True fact. I do not know if that is. How do you keep your skin so clear, too? That was from AZ Anderson.
A.Z. Anderson. Wow.
AZ, to answer your question that you just retracted, it's too late. I keep my skin clear by taking showers and washing my face daily.
It's very important
Yes.
to wash and shower. On
Hygiene
this-
is
I
essential.
tone and moisturize, actually.
Oh, she goes way farther than
I don't know what
I-
either of those are.
So you basically take everything out of your pores and then you moisturize it so it's not dry and crispy.
Did I ask what either of those are?
I don't know if you
I think I did.
No, I don't think you did.
No, I didn't
But I
ask.
felt like I would explain for the people.
Thank you for explaining to all of those out there who do not know what toner and
Commerce teacher,
moisturizer
but
is.
I'm not a first hour.
Oh no, sadly.
So Connor's teacher didn't let him out?
I don't know. He's not here yet.
Well, we're going to run into a problem soon, perhaps, because we do have an interviewee first hour.
All right.
And that would make 5 people.
In about
And
7
we
minutes.
have 4 microphones. 7 minutes. Morgan, I want you to take a guess who's coming in during first hour here.
Can you tell me what class they're coming from?
Nope. You get no hints. Not
Can
one.
you tell me what grade they're in?
They may or may not have a grade.
Morgan, you're on the spot.
Their
Come on.
name starts with D.
There's literally
It's Dr. Hostetler.
no way. Okay.
Yes.
It
I'm
was
chilling
hard
in
to-
here until he comes in, then I'm leaving.
It was hard to book him, seeing as he is so famous.
Yes.
But
He's-
we got him.
You need to be like, how does it feel to save an entire high school?
Well, Morgan, that is a matter of opinion. All right. And keep in mind, we are live.
Say hello to the camera.
Hi.
Oh, do we have
Wait, is
another
it filming
question?
on that?
Yes,
Oh,
yes. That is the
Camcorder.
camera right there. See the little light?
No.
Well, we
look a
have
little
a
bit
blind
harder then,
viewer.
because it's definitely there.
Alrighty.
I think I've seen literally 3 sunrise pics in a row.
Well, the sunrise was quite beautiful.
4.
apparently.
Yes, apparently I was not outside to experience it as we were in here
I have been stuck in
since
this
5:30.
room.
You've been in here since 5:30?
Indeed, we have. Indeed. Oh,
Oh,
Is that
the
a
guest
guess?
has arrived.
our first.
It is Dr.
early,
Hostetler.
Early one.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi, Phoebe.
Hello. Photo EIC, bring them in.
Should I like? Hey, what's up?
I'll bring this back up for you.
All
So
right.
that's live streaming to
Thank you for
YouTube.
joining us today.
And then we're going to be.
Gonna hit me in the FaceTime?
That's the plan. Looks like I missed, though.
Honestly, the podcast studio is really amazing, and I might have to do a podcast next month. Just like,
That's the spirit.
Yep.
We'll see. Stay tuned.
All right.
So this is live streaming to YouTube. You can see our 4 viewers there. And then,
I had that up for an hour and 20 minutes. That's fantastic.
yep,
Alrighty.
we've been going for quite a while now.
How are you, Hostetler?
I am
This
good.
fine morning.
I'm excited that we're headed to fall break soon. Should I move this
Yeah,
like
justice
that?
for you. Yeah.
I feel like,
Whatever's most comfortable for you.
well, when I'm off, I was, trying to. All right, there
It
we
can be
go.
difficult to adjust.
So you're gonna want to put one of these guys on.
It's a matter
It'll
which-
be this
headphones.
that one right there. All right. As Tom gets in his last bite of
Yeah,
pancake.
we're doing some pancake reviews. Are you interested?
I'm allergic to gluten, so
Well.
turn that off.
Alrighty. Let's
So it's
Oh,
in your case, deadly good. I'd say, right?
yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah,
Yes.
I could eat them once and enjoy them thoroughly, but then I'd be really sad for a long time.
All right, Connor, come on in.
Connor Ray. We have our second guest.
So Connor will now be joining us for this
Oh.
podcast.
We're in the presence of TikTok greatness.
Yes, we
I
are.
don't understand how you know that.
How would he not know that? Is the
I don't know.
big question. All right.
So Connor, in his own words, can I join you guys? Yes, you can, Connor, but I don't have any questions that will be directed towards you. So just tune in whenever you feel like it.
Yeah.
So we're going to be starting the podcast now. Hello, FHNallDay viewers and listeners. This is our third podcast of the day. We are joined today with Dr. Nathan Hostetler, the principal of Francis Howell North, and Connor Ray.
He is not known as a Francis Howell North student, but a TikTok star, for those of you who didn't know.
So first off, Dr. Hostetler, I assume you went to college?
I did.
Yeah.
Really,
Where'd you
yes.
go to college at?
I did my undergrad at Lindenwood and my master's too, and then my
Mhm.
doctorate at Maryville.
So what was your first job after college?
After college, my first job, I got a job teaching English in deep Southwest Missouri,
Mhm.
way out in the middle of nowhere.
Okay.
School with about 125 kids, 9
Wow.
through 12. Right, so like the size of our whole
That's-
building. So there was, it was a pretty tiny gig, and actually I didn't make much money. So that first summer between first and second year teaching, I also had to tend bar to make ends meet.
Yeah,
I tended a
that
bar in
sounds
Branson.
quite rough. So obviously working at Francis Howell North, that's the best job you've ever had. Um,
You don't have to say that, but we'll say it.
we're just
I
going to
appreciate-
assume.
I think I
Yeah.
appreciate that you put that out there.
What? So, have you ever had a job that you could say was horrible? Now, you don't have to name the place, of course. Even like before college, work any fast food jobs?
I never did fast food. I managed a pizza joint for a couple of years.
Oh.
I worked retail in Branson in one of those strip malls. Ugh, that was so, or the outlet malls, I mean, not strip
Yeah.
mall. So it was a bunch of, I don't know, bargain crazed Midwesterners looking
Yeah,
for any
yeah.
chance to abuse someone.
Always, yes.
So yeah, I hated that job. This job is definitely better than that.
Bit of a step up, you'd say.
A little bit.
A little,
Just a tiny step, not a big step.
little bit, slightly cozier.
And
But I mean, you're still dealing with the bargain hunting Midwesterners.
that's exactly
so-
it. It's still half crazed, but
So you said you worked in a bar. Did you enjoy the job, or was it just like you said, ends meet?
I mean, the ironic thing about working in the bar is that I trained for exactly 3 days, and if I would have stayed there year round, would have made it something like $35,000 a year. And at the time, I was working for $24,000 a year as a teacher with 4 years of training. So I liked that part. But the people who were career bartenders generally were not. They didn't seem as though that was the career they would have chosen if they'd have been given the chance.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So,
I was glad to step away.
yeah. So was your transition? So where did you work? What was your last job before
Just prior to this,
being the principal here?
I was the principal at Farmington High School for 5 years.
Gotcha. And how was your transition from a principal at Farmington, from Farmington High School to the principal of Francis Howell North now?
So there was Farmington's not a tiny school, but Farmington is a relatively rural place and
Yeah.
a pretty conservative place. So the transition from there to here was interesting in terms of the difference in people's attitudes. With that being said, I grew up in Ohio. I grew up in a school that looked actually quite a bit like this one. And so in some ways, this almost felt like coming home. And like I said, I did my undergrad at Lindenwood. I was kind of familiar with the area.
Yeah.
When I left, the Page Avenue extension hadn't been completed, so there are some differences.
Oh yeah.
But in a lot of ways, it was like coming home. And the transition here has been a lot of fun. Just being able to sit down and do something like this it's something that doesn't happen in every school.
Yeah.
So
Definitely not something
That is correct.
every
So I'm sure most schools, if you tell them you're going to do a 12-hour podcast, they look at you
we
pretty
don't
funny.
have a podcast studio, so that's how you'll do
That is true.
exactly
Good
right.
luck. So what is the most fun thing that you get to do about as a principal, or what do you enjoy most about your job?
This I don't know. I guess there are really two answers. The single best day is graduation. I mean, it's stressful leading up to it. There's a lot of planning, a lot of worry. But getting to see kids walk across the stage, see how happy they are, being surrounded by people who've literally poured their lives into what's about to happen. It's really, really neat. But then on a day-to-day basis, just getting to work with students on what they're struggling with, working with teachers on where they're struggling. Really, the best part is building relationships, and that can be about both students and teachers. And honestly, really then graduation day is just sort of the culmination of that. The best part is not the meetings, I can tell you that. I'm headed to a meeting right after this, and this is going to be the highlight of the day.
Well, we definitely appreciate that. So, Connor, we're going to bring you into this. Do you like school?
Be honest.
Yes and no.
That's some great insight from Connor. So now we're going to be
We've done that wrong.
Connor Ray, everyone.
But really, like over the years, what have you grown to love? Because when you start out high school, you don't understand what it is. You don't understand what is about to happen for 4 years.
Yeah, so definitely. It kind of helped that I had an older brother in high school, I feel like, because I saw what he did. I was involved in high school before I was even in the high school. Like, I always went to the games. I always had fun with that. I always went to the parent-teacher conferences just because I was, like, interested in what high school is all about. And I guess the thing that you really don't know until you're a part of high school is the amount of like stress it puts on you. You can't really know that until you like are actually in the position of a high school student. But on the other side of that, you don't really know how much fun it is until you are a part of it as well. Like, I was just thinking this past pep assembly we had was like one of the most fun times I've had in school in a very, very long time.
Sure. It's pretty incredible.
And I don't know if it's just because I'm a junior now or if it's just because the atmosphere has changed, because that definitely happened whenever Dr. Hostetler came as a principal.
Thanks, buddy.
Definitely changed a lot. And I feel like it was just a lot of fun. And it just, it was really a cool experience at the pep assembly.
Yeah,
That's
that's awesome.
So now we have a little segment that we've been doing with everyone. I feel like the best way to get to know someone is through speed dating. So we took 400 speed dating questions, and we're going to go through all of them.
This doesn't feel problematic at all.
This will take 15 minutes, don't worry.
So, do you guys have any nicknames?
Technically, Nathan is a nickname.
From Nathaniel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really, no. Doc Haas. Every now and then I'll get Doc Haas.
Doc
Haas.
Haas. I haven't heard that one. That's
It's
interesting.
his Instagram.
It is my Instagram.
I see.
A kid named me that when I first got my doctorate in 2010. So I rolled it.
Okay, so it's kind of like your side rat name, kind of what you went by in the bars.
Yeah. That's exactly what I did. I made a good call.
Next question. Name a TV show or movie or book that you just cannot stand. Like, everyone else loves it. Just an unpopular opinion. It doesn't have to be, it can just be an unpopular opinion.
It drives me nuts that people are so fascinated by the HBO version of Game of Thrones when the books are so much better.
Oh,
Like that just
okay.
goes right
Fair.
through me.
Okay.
It drives me nuts.
So you're more of a reader.
Yes,
especially?
very much.
Okay.
How about you, Connor?
I was gonna say I actually have one for this. Friends. Can't
Oh,
stand it.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's a very unpopular one.
Yeah, that
I'm
is.
surprised by that.
I'm the Office type guy.
I
Okay, so
mean-
that's legit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That's
not
fair.
Friends.
I'm a big fan of The Office. I like both of them. I like The Office better because
Yeah.
I think like the middle seasons of The Office they're funnier than
The golden.
any Friends
golden time.
episode.
Friends just got worse as it went on. They just
Agreed.
became too stereotypical in the characters.
They got progressively better through the first season, and then they stayed pretty solid. And just
David Schwimmer's a tool, no matter what. What he says is just terrible.
This is the podcast about hating David Schwimmer. Let's continue with that.
So on the topic of David Schumer, are you prepared for the zombie apocalypse?
Not really. No, that's. I don't feel like the Honda Accord is really the vehicle of choice that I'm driving, so I'm gonna just have to live with that.
I mean, I drive a Ford Fiesta, and
Oh, I'm winning.
if there's that is for sure. If there's in the case of a zombie apocalypse, I'm not going to be able to reach high ground because I struggle with hills and speed bumps.
As someone with a Chevy Spark, that's not much bigger
Oh,
than
wow. Yeah.
like a person. It's hard to go up hills as well. I can't
Yeah.
fit many people in my car. I'm not a good ally.
So now you two are clearly varying ages. What is something that makes you feel old?
It's a long list. I think you all were born after I started teaching, so there's that. That was a
That'll do it, yeah.
realization.
One that I really start thinking about is like whenever I go to Barnwell on Mondays, I look at like the 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And I'm like, you guys are little, and it's just really weird because I'm like, that doesn't seem like it was that long ago.
Yeah.
But then I realized I've already been in high school for almost 2.5 years, and then it's just really weird to look back on that and be like, I guess it has been a while.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I'm a senior now in high school. Connor, you're a junior, and I also do the.
We're better than you.
I know.
That's the point of that.
I'm older than you.
End of that statement.
And no, so when we go to I also go to Barnwell, and it's like, it's weird seeing how much like the high schoolers have grown because it's like I'm bigger than you guys. Like I'm like literally a foot taller at least than all of you guys. It's like I didn't think I was like even that like physically small. But like the middle schoolers are like tiny, but it's like
Tom just enjoys playing people who are younger than him down.
Right. Exactly right. Well, and the thing is, like seniors will talk to me about how they're annoyed by the freshmen and how immature they are.
Yeah.
I mean, that's exactly how you were.
Yeah.
That's who you were. You've just changed that much in 4 years that now you struggle to be around a person who's just like you.
Yeah.
And that, you probably haven't like experienced that yet because you haven't been here for 4 years, but it must be like a really weird thing seeing I guess you did it at Farmington,
I
but
did, yeah.
seeing your freshmen grow up into seniors and then just having them send them off.
It's really neat. It's a lot of fun. And then, so prior to Farmington, I was a principal at Potosi for 4 years. So this is, gosh, I don't know, 11 or 12 years I've been doing this. So some of those kids now have doctorates. They are physicians. You know, I see their signs as lawyers. It's absolutely fascinating. It's a fun thing to be a part of. You're going to see what those kids become and remember when they were freshmen.
Do you feel nervous ever sending any like people off? Like, are you like, oh no?
I mean, there's some people whose futures make me curious, for sure. I don't know if I'd describe nervous. Actually right now there's the principal at Viburnum, which is a place way out in the middle of nowhere, was a former student of mine. He was in my English class.
Okay.
And so like being able to mentor a guy and doing the job that I have now done since he graduated was actually really sort of a neat deal. That's what makes me feel old. The idea that Clay LaRue, my English student in 2004, is now a high school principal.
Yeah. For those watching, I just had to move Dr. Hosteller's mic back. He just slapped it. Sorry.
Alrighty. So, next question. Do you guys? This is one of my favorite questions. I like to know what people think about the paranormal. You know, I want to know if people believe. If you've ever seen a ghost, I want to hear a story. Anything like that.
I've never seen any. When we moved to St. Peter's, the first house we lived in, we just leased for a year because we didn't have time to get our house sold. That's not really more of the story. We kept waking up in the middle of the night to loud slamming noises, and we never did figure out what it was. And then near the end of the year, right before we were going to move to the house that we're in now, there was a block party. And I was sitting around and talking with the lady from across the street, and she told me the story of Merrill, who built the house. And then Merrill had died in the house of pancreatic cancer. And every person who'd lived in the house since then had reported hearing things. And I said, well, what sort of things do they hear? They say, well, what we hear, or what they say is that somebody is going through the kitchen and slamming the cabinet doors.
That's the best answer. That's the best answer we've got so far. Did that make you believe in the paranormal, or was it just a weird incident?
I don't know. Like, I can't say I believe or disbelieve. Who knows? I guess I'm agnostic towards the ghosts. Yes, I don't know, but it was strange that somebody else who had never stayed the night in the house I was living in could describe the noises that were happening in my home because she'd heard about it from other people.
Yeah.
So and who knows? It could have just been like some ductwork popping when the heater turned on. I don't know.
Okay.
But
or another ghost.
Right.
I don't know.
I hope wherever Merrill is, I hope he's doing well. He seems.
So now, Dr. Hosteller, we know you're a busy guy. It's currently 7:43. Do you know how much longer we have you for?
I think it's like 7 more minutes. Is that right?
7 more minutes,
it's 7:20 to 7:50. I think is what your little
good for that?
Is that right? Yeah, I'm good there.
So then we're gonna go.
Are we out of speed dating questions? I mean,
trust me, we have.
We have.
If we run out, we can just go to the
plenty.
website.
Find a new